Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 5.
Cars submerged in water, residents displaced. How the community is rallying as flooding forces evacuations in Benton City.
Plus, basic survival is even harder for Tri-Cities homeless residents facing flooding. The life-saving work for the most vulnerable on our streets.
Plus, as floodwaters cover washed out pavement and debris, the Red Cross has a warning for drivers to avoid deadly hazards.
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin, we've had a fairly mild day, light winds and quiet weather. How long will it last? I'll have all the answers. The News at 5 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 5 on your side.
Well, good evening, everybody. As we are ending the week together, we thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed.
And I'm Wendy Redman.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
On this First Alert Weather Day, we are watching the flooding very carefully as water levels begin to recede. For some areas, it's really only just the beginning for others.
Let's get right over to First Alert's Stacy Lee. She joins us live from our weather center, tracking the latest for us. Hi, Stacy.
Hey guys, happy Friday. The weekend's here. We've had a lot of stuff all week long, and the question a lot of folks are asking is, when is this flooding going to be done in West Richland, Benton City area? And basically, well, you got the weekend to worry about. This is where the river sits right now, about 15.21 feet. So we're in moderate flooding now, but let's take a look. We're not going to crest until about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So the crest at 10 o'clock, you'll stay in the flood zone through 10 a.m. on Sunday, and then we'll get out of flood stage on Monday. So that is the answer to that question. So this weekend, we still got to be diligent. Let's take a live look outside. Pasco right now, 57 degrees. Nice little sunset. A few clouds lingering over, but overall pretty mild day. Winds are light at 10 miles per hour. Our temperature is still once again on the warm side today. Look at us in the 50s, still near 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities. A little bit cooler in Yakima now at 43. Planning your night out, 40s and 50s. 40s by 8, 10 o'clock tonight will still be in the 40s. Look for a few clouds lingering around, and we're going to be watching for fog developing in the Tri-Cities in the Ellensburg area. So just to recap for the weekend, Yakima River flooding still an issue through the weekend. Dry and calm, though, weather-wise all through the area. Our temperature staying above normal for the weekend as well. And then cue the next system. I'm tracking some heavy mountain snow next week. I'll tell you more coming up. Austin, Wendy.
All right, Stacy, we'll see you in just a bit. What a difference just 12 hours makes. Take a look. This is what it looked like today at Beach RV Park in Benton City. A portion of it is indeed underwater. More than a dozen RVs did make it out in time and parked in other spots around the complex away from the water. Some cars, as you can see, though, are submerged. Residents tell us everyone has stepped up to help.
Lots of people have volunteered trucks and manpower to move trailers and get them to higher ground and make sure that no one's stuff gets destroyed. The water hasn't touched my property yet. I live right down the street here across from the RV park, so it hasn't affected me at all yet.
Are you worried about this time tomorrow for your property?
Not really, but I'm optimistic, so.
The park isn't out of trouble yet, as the water could push further in by Saturday morning, so everyone here is still on standby. Nobody has been hurt. Meanwhile, as you can see, the Benton County Sheriff's Office today, they have been using drones throughout the day to survey the scene from above. Just outside West Richland city limits, flooding impacted traffic on Van Giesen this afternoon. WashDOT and city crews responded at the bridge right before Buckskin Lane. Stuck debris was creating even bigger problems, blocking the flow of water. Unlike spring Chinook flooding made worse by ice jams that eventually melt, the debris stays stuck and continues to back the water up. Crews say they will be keeping a close eye on this area all weekend. And the American Red Cross has set up a shelter for people who are forced to leave their property due to rising floodwaters. The shelter is now open at Central Church in Richland. That's located at 1124 Stevens Drive. If you or someone you know needs help due to the current flood conditions, you are asked to please just reach out for help.
In Yakima, a highway partially collapsed and some roads closed. What's next? Well, tonight we have an update from the Yakima Valley Emergency Management Team. Director Tony Miller said floodwaters collapsed a section of Highway 12 east of Natchez and affected a bridge in the Nile area. Road closures continue in the Lower Valley with the River Ridge Golf Course and a nearby playground in Sela underwater. We're told about 30 homes in the Lower Valley are impacted as assessments continue for the Upper County and Yakima Nation. Miller says forecasting was difficult as the flood peaked 12 hours earlier than expected. He adds strong communication between agencies helped with response efforts, but the situation is far from over.
It's not over yet. That's the biggest thing. The Weather Service is predicting a lot more rain next week, starting Monday through Saturday. So we are going to have, the weekend, a little Saturday, Sunday, probably be pretty nice weather. Water might recede some, but it has a high potential of going right back up to where it was at today and maybe even possibly higher.
Tonight, no estimated cost of damages just yet, but Miller says crews rescued about 25 people since Tuesday morning in their area.
As flooding and strong winds impact the Tri-Cities, local outreach groups say people experiencing homelessness and those newly displaced are facing even greater risks. Organizations like Sent to Serve say survival becomes the top priority for people living on the street. Strong winds can make mobile shower services impossible, and warming shelters remain limited. Sent to Serve continues weekly street-based meal services for more than 160 people. They are also handing out sleeping bags, hygiene supplies, and helping people replace ID cards or access transportation. Leaders say flooding adds another layer of danger, displacing people from already unstable camps and making it harder to access help, especially for those who suddenly lose housing and don't have basic documents.
But everything takes time. And if you are displaced, you can't even start a service until you have an ID card. So even people that, for some reason are out of their homes, if they don't have an ID card, you can't start services.
Advocates say as flooding continues and they anticipate the arrival of winter weather, the need for shelter space and long-term support continues to grow across the Tri-Cities.
Right now, a warning for all drivers in our area. The Red Cross says do not drive through shallow waters. Across Benton City, Richland, and West Richland, and in communities statewide, heavy rain combined with snowmelt is sending water over roads and into low-lying areas. That is creating hazards that aren't always easy to see. Red Cross officials say floodwater can hide washed-out pavement, weakened road bases, and debris underneath, making even just a few inches of water dangerous for drivers and pedestrians. They also warn the water is extremely cold, increasing the risk of hypothermia if someone gets stranded or swept off their feet.
Some of the way these roads are and the water getting underneath pavement and washing away the base, you may see, oh, the water's only 3 or 4 inches deep, but you don't know if it's stable.
The Red Cross says the safest choice is just to turn around, avoid standing water, and use open shelters if flooding forces you from your home.
New tonight, President Trump has signed an emergency declaration activating FEMA to assist with devastating flood damage across the state. The governor made the request after heavy rains and melting snow caused rivers and creeks to overflow, leading to widespread washouts all across the Evergreen State. The declaration covers multiple counties, including Benton, Chelan, Yakima, as well as tribal nations in the region, with potential expansion if needed. The governor thanked federal officials for their swift response and has mobilized the National Guard and first responders to aid in resources and clean up efforts during the challenging time.
To ensure you stay current with all the very latest updates, here is what you need to bookmark on your device now.
Yeah, so our digital team at Apple Valley News Now is maintaining a flood blog online. You can check the top of the article for the newest updates or scroll down to see updates actually throughout the day.
You'll find the very latest on evacuation zones, what's happening across our region and state, all with timestamps so you know when the info was last refreshed. For instant access, download our news and weather apps.
And of course, stay with us for continuing coverage.
In other news tonight, a Franklin County law enforcement officer is in jail for allegedly sharing confidential information with inmates about a Pasco shooting that injured 6 people in October. Here's what we know. Detectives began investigating in November after learning corrections officer Lynette Craig, they say, divulged details related to a suspect without legal authority. They arrested her yesterday. She now faces charges including official misconduct and rendering criminal assistance. Authorities say more arrests could follow. Anyone with any information should contact the Franklin County Sheriff's Office.
Richland High School students gathered today to support one of their classmates battling cancer.
Heath Wick, a sophomore and member of the wrestling and baseball teams at Richland High School, was diagnosed with cancer around Thanksgiving. He started his chemotherapy treatment this week.
To support him, fellow Richland students wrote encouraging messages on green and gold paper, the colors of the school. The paper chain will be used to decorate the hospital room.
Coaches were quick to act when they heard the news.
We get a message like that, it's on. So what I did is I contacted one of my girls on the track team to post something on the Instagram page, Lexi Butler, and when she posted that, it took off. Like, people started sharing it everywhere. And it's one of those things where once you hear, like, hey, we have a bomber in need, that's what makes this culture so great at Richland, is that we all pitch in on something.
A fundraiser for money and meals for Heath's family has been organized. And if you'd like to donate to the cause, you can find all the information you need on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com.
Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now, live at 5. The CEO of Ben Franklin Transit facing explosive accusations. Why employees say they fear retaliation.
And Stacy is tracking the very latest flood conditions out there for everyone, what you can expect in your area as we go through the weekend. And she's also tracking what could be round 2 on the way soon. Stay with us.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino, your premier gaming destination. Experience the thrill of a Vegas-style casino featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Challenge your skills at our 16-lane bowling alley. Unwind with a drink at our cozy bar, or enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Last Frontier. The ultimate entertainment experience has something for everyone. Nob Hill Casino, where locals come to win.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion. We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar, great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
From Griggs and Ace. Our family has been a part of this community since 1939.
Working and living in this area for over 86 years.
We've had the pleasure of serving and working with thousands of you over the years.
And most of all, we have been fortunate to serve you. So thank you. Thank you to our employees, past and present.
Thank you for choosing to shop with us for 86 years. We want to wish you all a blessed holiday season. And from the Grigg family, Merry Christmas.
Before the guests arrive, it's all about the details. Making everything just right. Creating the perfect vibe. And setting the mood. Every detail matters. Then, Take a moment to enjoy it all. Just you and your best friend. Order by December 18 for delivery before the celebrations begin and enjoy interest-free financing with the More Furniture credit card. Visit a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back, everybody. Ben Franklin Transit's Chief Executive Officer, Thomas Drost, coming under fire by employees of the transit system at its board meeting Thursday night. Members of the transit board were also accused of looking the other way when it came to complaints.
Yeah, Apple Valley News Now obtained an email written by BFT's Chief Financial Officer, Alex Smith, shortly after his resignation at the end of October. In the email, Smith says his resignation was partially due to Drost's questionable financial decisions, including accusing the CEO of awarding certain contracts to friends and family, including paying a member of his family nearly $5,000 for leadership training. Smith says he can't prove took place. Employees and former employees say the BFT work environment is toxic, and they are afraid of retaliation and ultimately losing jobs if they haven't been fired yet. They say the smell comes from the top.
The managers who run fixed route operations are discipline heavy, fact-finding heavy. It seems like all they want to do is discipline people constantly. They're extremely rude people. They violate the contract. We have probably, no exaggeration, dozens of grievances filed against them, many go into arbitration. We just filed 7 unfair labor practice charges against them today for illegal activity. They're just out of control.
And be sure to follow AppleValleyNewsNow.com as this story develops.
All right, turning to community events now. In Pasco, a beloved holiday tradition is set to light up the Desert Plateau neighborhood once again. Each year, hundreds of homes line their streets with thousands of luminarias, creating a glowing mile-long display through West Pasco. Families walk, drive, and take photos as the neighborhood transforms into a bright, festive trail of lights. The route stretches Desert Plateau Drive, Hilltop Drive, and Horizon Drive. The event starts tomorrow, Saturday. It's from 6 until 10 p.m.
Yeah, we're really excited to invite everybody to come. Luminaria is a long-standing tradition. This is our 39th year. It's one of Pasco's longest traditions, and we're proud to host it. It is completely free for families across the Tri-Cities, and we welcome folks to come in.
Organizers are asking drivers to take it slow and watch for families walking through the display.
If you're seeing a whole bunch of Santas wandering around downtown Kennewick this weekend, don't worry, your eyes aren't playing tricks on you. It's all part of the annual SantaCon pub crawl. Hundreds of Santas are expected to take over downtown Saturday night. From 5 to 8, people can sign up at any of the participating bars, Sports Page, Parkade, Blackthorn, Branding Iron, and Players. The event encourages holiday chaos and community spirit, with businesses saying the boost this time of year really matters. Owners say they've stocked up, staffed up, and yes, they're ready for anything a bar full of Santas can throw at them.
Hopefully they have just the best time and experience just our community down here. I think it's a good representation of the friendly atmosphere downtown Kennewick has to offer, and hopefully they just enjoy themselves.
Clark says some of the proceeds go to Meals on Wheels. There will also be a lighted truck parade going on. The event is for adults 21 and older. SantaCon runs from 5 to 8 Saturday night. No sleigh required, but they do recommend a designated driver.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And as we are on a first alert weather day due to moderate river flooding all the way through Monday, it's the further reaches now of the Yakima we're worried about. So the flood warning remains in place for the Yakima River from Natchez all the way down into the Yakima into the lower valley. That will expire at 4 o'clock in the morning, but again, still under a flood warning. The more concerning area tonight would be this area here from Benton City all the way around into West Richland. That is in a flood alert all the way through 11 o'clock on Monday. We still have not hit the crest. The cresting river should peak out at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning at the latest, and then eventually start to recede. But the floodwaters are going to be hanging around all the way through Monday. And Mama Nature not done with us yet. Cue the next system. This is what's coming in on Sunday, the first of a series of strong storms coming in off the Pacific. They're very wet storms again, and they're going to start out as rain. Now, this is what we're looking at as far as potential rainfall totals in the area, and these are impressive numbers once again as we only dry out for just a couple of days, and then there we go again. Lower elevations, we're still going to get more rainy days here as well, but these are impressive numbers of rain across the Cascade Mountains. Eventually that will switch over to snow, but that's not going to happen till Tuesday. So we have Sunday and Monday, which could increase water flows again, which potentially could increase flooding levels and concerns once again on Tuesday in our area. Check out some of these snow totals, though. Pretty impressive. 17 to 25 inches. Cascade US 97, 1 to 8. A few inches here. Lower elevations, not yet. Wait for it. We got a trace of snow possible, though, for Ellensburg. 43 degrees right now. Bi-Mart Sky Cam taking a look outside. Looking pretty calm out there. Winds are light in Yakima at 5 miles per hour. It's been warm, and we continue to stay warm. Look at this dome of heat dominating the western portion of the United States. Those temps are no joke. Here's our average, 41 degrees in the Tri-Cities on average. Look at our chart up here. We're way above average. And even when we cool down middle of next week, we're still above the average by 10 degrees. And we're on a 4-day roll in Yakima. We've broken the record for warm temperatures in the month of December, 4 days in a row. The average in Yakima this time of year is 39 degrees. So it's been very, very warm out there. All right, tonight we stay pretty warm, pretty pleasant, nice night out there, not too windy, not too cold, in the 30s and 40s. Here's what we have. Again, first alert weather days through the weekend for the Tri-Cities. Look for a little bit of fog developing in the morning, cloudy skies on Sunday, and here comes that long band of rain for our area. Cue the strong gusty winds as well. Not quite the winds that we saw earlier this week, but still pretty breezy nonetheless. Yakima also very, very wet. When we see 60 and 80% chances, there's the rain that we're talking about. It's the rain up in the Cascades that we are concerned with before it transitions to snow on Tuesday. Here's Ellensburg, where we could be seeing a wintry mix by the end of the week, but lots of rain showers in Ellensburg as well. So yeah, don't really get a whole lot of time to dry out before the rain is right back on us. In Walla Walla, we'll see a wet week ahead on Monday, but you know what? Enjoy the mild weekend. This weekend looking pretty good, both Saturday and Sunday in Walla Walla. Hermiston also looking nice, but once again, look at you see the rain, those rain clouds popping that water out all week long.
Yeah.
So
all right.
So yeah, as I said, flooding concerns could be possible beginning maybe Tuesday. Once again, Natchez and the Yakima River. So keep a close eye on that.
All right, will do, Stacy. Thank you. Up next, why a Tri-Cities high school is setting the bar high for giving back.
We're cooking up something special. Yolks Exclusives. Original recipes crafted in-house every day by people who take fresh seriously. A collection of signature products you won't find anywhere else. Meticulously prepared with only the freshest ingredients and sold exclusively at Yolks Fresh Markets.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time.
A great time to buy Ranger, Maverick.
Slayed it. And F-Series.
America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Let's light them up.
Now that's some holiday power.
That's Holiday Pro Power onboard.
It's like a mobile generator.
Lease a F-150 SDX 4x4 for $329 a month for 36. Or purchase with 0% for 60 and no payments for 90 days.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Before the guests arrive, it's all about the details. Making everything just right. Creating the perfect vibe. And setting the mood. Every detail matters. Then, take a moment to enjoy it all. Just you and your best friend. Order by December 18 for delivery before the celebrations begin and enjoy interest-free financing with the More Furniture credit card. Visit a More Furniture store near you or shop now at morefurniture.com.
Cle Elum offers something special in every season.
An absolute adventure. Every single day is different. It's that sense of community, I would say, that really drives us. It's why we want to live here. It's what we love the most about being here.
It's a really beautiful small town with mountains and everything you ever want to do or adventure.
There are a lot of great restaurants, a few wineries. There's a lot to do and see here. Cheers to Cle Elum.
Learn more at centralwashingtonoutdoor.com.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Kraken Mammoths coverage begins at 6 tonight on My Network TV.
Time for the Spotlight. Southbridge High School students turned Breast Cancer Awareness Month into action. The Tri-Cities Cancer Center Foundation will receive over $6,000 thanks to their fundraising efforts. In addition, students are being recognized because this was the highest donation from any high school. Have an idea for the Spotlight? Connect with us on social media. Final word after this.
Season's greetings from all of us here at Apple Valley News Now.
My husband and I had planned our dream home, and it was years in the making. I didn't want to just show up at any big box store. We wanted to sit down, and I want you to spend time with us. Like, this is a big investment. Our family spends so much time in our kitchen, and now that we're moved in, we are so pleased with our experience with Fred's, with the product line, and how it really aesthetically added value to our kitchen. Fred's Appliance over-delivered.
I have something for you.
Hi. I have something for you too.
During the GMC holiday event, get a total value of over $8,200 on this Sierra 1500 model. Plus, get $3,500 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. We are professional grade.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
There's no place like home for the holidays.
And there's no better time to save on furniture and mattresses than right now during Walker's Friends and Family Sale.
Get the furniture you like at the prices you'll love. With some clearance items up to 70% off.
Plus, take advantage of 5-year special financing with no money down.
And remember, Walker's is where
quality just costs less.
More family to yours. Merry Christmas!
Celebrate the season at Queensgate Gardens. Fresh trees, wreaths, poinsettias, ornaments, and perfect gifts. Meet bilingual Papá Noel every Thursday night and Santa all weekend. Papá Noel nos visita los jueves. Queensgate Gardens in Richland, where Christmas grows.
Stay warm now and pay later. Upgrade your HVAC system today and take advantage of $2,000 in federal tax credits. That's right, you could get up to $5,750 in total savings. This winter, don't leave it to chance. Call Vance. Vance Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric.
Apple Valley News Now's Christmas Wish wants to help local families this holiday season.
Do you know someone who needs a bill paid or something else they can't afford?
If so, let us know, and maybe we can help.
To nominate someone and learn more, just click on Christmas Wish at applevalleynewsnow.com.
A big thank you to Idaho Central Credit Union, IBEW Local 112, and Chinook Home Healthcare for supporting Apple Valley News Now's Christmas Wish.
And we hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
And welcome back. Your reason to smile right there on your screen. That's Thursday Night Sunset by the Horn Rapids Golf Course. Thank you for sending that in. QR code right there on top of your screen. That's how you get your photo on TV. Real quick, the headlines. Flooding through the weekend, temperatures above normal, and then get ready. Rain and 2 feet of snow possible up in the Cascades. So
more rain on the way.
It is almost winter, so you know.
I know. We're waiting for it, right?
It hasn't even started yet, so.
All right. Well, that'll do it for us tonight.
We're back at 6, hoping your news is good news.
Have a great weekend.